One of the unique features about this practice is the role of the physicians beyond seeing patients. Traditionally in medical practices, the business side has been administered by one person who's full-time, who understands reimbursement, regulation, payroll, the financial picture of the practice, staffing, all of the HR functions. The complexity of medicine is changing, and it's very difficult, at least from my perspective, for one person to know all of that. So that means that the physicians really need to have involvement. So here, not only do we distinguish ourselves because you're going to see a physician, we don't use other types of providers, and that's a philosophical preference. They're involved. They each have areas of interest when it comes to the business side of the practice.
Denver Allergy and Asthma Associates is a physician-owned and run practice, and one of the advantages of that is we don't practice corporate cookie-cutter medicine. We're able to run our practice to the best benefit of our patients. The physicians are involved in all aspects of the practice, not only seeing patients, but running of the business part, as well as the research protocols and developing new treatment plans for our patients based on new available treatments.
This shows our current Medicare, and it looks like we just were paid by Medicare.
The payment policies at Denver Allergy and Asthma are based on a key philosophy of the practice. Many of our patients see us and enter into long-standing relationships, ongoing treatment. So we have two features as far as payment. One, like most practices, we accept all the major commercial payers as well as the governmental payers, meaning Medicare and Medicaid.
I will get everything updated then, and we will update the system as of July 1st, and I'll let you know what the benefit coverage is.
From there, we begin to distinguish ourselves, I think. First, regardless of what a patient sees a physician for, we've verified their insurance benefits. Most practices don't do that. That responsibility is placed on the patient, so that when a patient comes to see the physician, they know what's going to be covered by their insurance company, what their responsibility is, and that's a key piece of establishing relationships. It is very integrated, so when they have contact with a patient, it's not strictly looking at them in the exam room. That encounter is the most important one, but it becomes viable, it becomes distinctive, because I think our physicians have a very holistic view of the entire practice, and so they can answer questions for patients. Again, it's the relationship part of how we run this practice.
Margaret, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thanks, you too.
I really believe the most significant change that the practice and our patients are experiencing now is our recent adoption of electronic health record. We've moved from time-honored paper charts to an electronic environment. It is a big change for physicians, the way they practice, for the rest of our staff to remain in those relationships. Over the long haul, I think we gain significant efficiencies. I think that our relationships with other providers, other sources of healthcare services will be more significant, and I think ultimately that allows us to maintain, if not expand, the type of care that we give patients.
While we're moving into the electronic era, we have to be very conscious of the fact that we don't lose that physician-patient relationship that distinguishes us and who we are and what we do. It's going to take some work. It really is. As much as electronics offer efficiency and allow us to interact with other physicians more effectively, we can't forget about the most important person, which is the patient.